welcome to the Friday Funnies, your window to the insanity of the world. Well, the taxes are paid, the flowers are coming up, and spring is definitely in the air. So I decided to do my planting out in the backyard this week, even though the local experts say it's too early. See, this year I'm putting in a crop of wheat, and I want to get an early start. That way, if the weather's good, I figure by August, I should have enough wheat back there to make one heck of a cupcake. So stay tuned for that. The presidential race, that's off to a good start. Both Hillary Clinton and Marco Rubio announced their candidacy this week, and they've started wooing voters all over. It has been estimated by one article I read that Hillary could attract enough backers to raise $1 billion in campaign funds. That's billion with a B. Now, this is going to lead to endless TV ads, and I say enough is enough. If we want to hold this election on a level playing field, I think the government should ban all political TV ads, just like they did with cigarettes. This way, with no place to sell their message, the candidates would be forced to hit the stump and campaign like they did in Lincoln's time, and that would make for wonderful theater. And speaking of theater, one needs to look no further than the news headlines to find the real stories behind, the next hit musical. Children are a lot to handle. You've got to feed them, you've got to clothe them, you've got to hose them down. It can take up a big part of your day. Well, imagine if you had 13 children and your youngest one asks for a little brother. What do? Well, in the case of Annegret Rauchnick of Berlin, Germany, the answer is to get pregnant again, even though you are 65 years old. Annegret was artificially inseminated with a litter, I guess, and now discovered that she's having quadruplets. Now, if you're doing the math at home, this amounts to 17 children, and I want to know how this 65-year-old woman is going to find time to play bingo. Huh? A charity has been started to help Annegret with the expenses. Between her and the babies, her monthly diaper bill will be enormous. Are you familiar with Candy Crush? It's the latest internet game that allows you to waste hours of your time that you could use doing something purposeful in your life. You see, invitations to play Candy Crush come from other Candy Crush addicts who are trying to spread the sport of time wasting. And in the case of a 29-year-old man from San Diego, they succeeded. This unnamed man played Candy Crush all day, every day for 8 weeks and developed a new malady called Candy Crush Thumb. Apparently, he ruptured a tendon in his thumb playing the game on his phone and required surgery. So people, please stop the insanity. Protect your thumbs when playing Candy Crush. Wear mittens or possibly boxing gloves while playing, and remember, they're the only thumbs you have. Valery Spiridonov is a Russian man with a disease that is destroying his body, but his head is just fine. So Valery has placed his trust in Dr. Sergio Canavero, who claims he can successfully transplant Valery's head onto another body. He plans to use a magic ingredient that is super and works just like glue to stick the head on the spinal cord of the donor body, which will be supplied with one phone call to Vladimir Putin. Now, if this operation is successful, it's going to spawn a new reality show where Bruce Jenner can save a lot of time getting that female body he desires. Watch for Celebrity Head Swap coming to a station near you. Hey kids, that's it for another week. For a look at what happens over the weekend, catch Tim Slagle and me Monday at 1 p.m. Central Time on The Kidders. That's live on Google Plus and available on YouTube. Other than that, I'll see you back here next Friday.